Intel Panther Lake CPU power ratings detailed 25 watts H series, performance mode with up to 64 watts at PL2. Intel Panther Lake CPUs will operate in a frequency range of 25 to 64 watts for performance mode. More specs leaked in the spec sheet. Preliminary specs sheet reveals different Intel Panther Lake Core Ultra 300 inches CPU configurations and power modes. Intel Panther Lake H CPUs are scheduled for a late 2025 launch, and with most of its preparations being complete, some of the specs have been circulating for a while. Intel showed the chip last year, revealing crucial information about this upcoming series, aka Core Ultra 300. Today, we have received a comprehensive list of specs, preliminary, detailing the core configuration and power limits of different SKUs. While the list doesn't reveal the actual SKU names, it mentions PTLH or Panther Lake H CPUs with performance and baseline specs. If you remember, the leaker at JK0 leaked some of the specs of the Panther Lake H series, and he is the same guy who leaked the preliminary spec sheet we are sharing with you. As you can see, the PTLH comes in 3 different configurations: 4 plus 8 plus 4s, 4 P cores plus 8 E cores plus 4s, 3 EPU cores, 4 plus 8 plus 12s, 4 P cores plus 8 E cores plus 12s, 3 EPU cores, 4 plus 0 plus 4s, 4 P cores plus 0 E cores plus 4s, 3 EPU cores. Let's decode it for those who aren't familiar with these configurations. For instance, if we take 4 plus 8 plus 4s, here 4 denotes 4 performance cores, 8 denotes 8 efficient cores, and 4s denotes 4 cores based on this 3 architecture. This 3 architecture succeeds the current Z2, which is used in Lunar Lake processors. The most powerful chip will feature 12's 3 cores, making it significantly powerful in graphical workloads compared to the 4's 3-core chips. Nonetheless, it's also interesting to see that, unlike what we heard before, the Panther Lake H will bring a higher max turbo boost. It was expected that the CPUs would operate in a 25 to 45 watts range, but it looks like the upper limit has been increased to 64 watts. Check the first column, and you will see mentions like PL1, PL2, PL3, and PL4. Here, PL1 is the base frequency and PL2 is the max turbo boost frequency. PL3 and PL4 are extensions for some extra boost occasionally. The CPUs will work in a range of 25 to 64 watts in the performance mode, while their baseline power range will depend on the configuration and will start at either 15 watts or 25 watts, all the way to 44 watts/55 watts/64 watts. With an increase in the power range, the Panther Lake H brings a significant change in power consumption and also to performance compared to the Intel Lunar Lake, which can operate only at 17 watts to 30 watts. Keep in mind that these are all preliminary specs and are subject to change before the official launch. Also, we have yet to hear from Intel about the specs of Panther Lake, but we do know that these are likely going to hit the mobile platforms only, including gaming handhelds.